Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. It's the Spiritual Warrior UK here. We're going to do a energy check-in for the week ahead for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. So we are looking at week 27th of April through to the 3rd of May. So 27th of April through to the 3rd of May for our divine counterparts. Now the energies have been really heavy since the 444 portal and the new moon, and very changeable. Actually, it's changing. You know, each day is so different. Also check us out on our Instagram, which is at the Spiritual Warrior UK, and our Facebook, Spiritual Warrior UK. I do post a lot more frequently on those channels because it does take quite a long time to upload a channel to YouTube. So I'm just split the deck, and we've got the Magician and we've got the Ten of Cups. So that's just going to be interesting to see where this leads. So let's have a look at the joint energies. Where are the current joint energies, please? Current joint energies. Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, please. Current joint energies. Current joint energies, please. Okay, let's just get one more. Yeah. Okay, really interesting. So we've got the King of Pentacles, we've got the Empress, we have the Eight of Pentacles, and we've got the Six of Swords. So, yeah, what I'm getting here is that in the joint energies, both parties have, so what I'm getting is very much more like this. Separated, they were telling me. So it's like there feels that there's a disconnect between the counterparts at the moment, and this has been going on. A lot of people have been feeling this. I've been seeing it in my readings. And a lot of that is that each person needs to really work on their own stuff. Now, whether you are together or separated, I do feel that this is for counterparts that aren't in communication, or there's just very little communication. And it's very much that the masculine energy is coming into his king energy through everything that's been happening, through all the hard work that he has been doing, through perfecting his skills, taking it steady, taking it sort of step by step. You know, you can see he's building these pentacles one by one. He's dealing with each layer one by one. And though this is the joint energies, it's separate, and that doesn't mean that you're not together, but you are working separately. So it feels like that they told me to separate the cards for the cards to come back together. But again, if you remember when I split the deck, we had the Magician and the Ten of Cups. And I feel that what is happening is that each counterpart is coming into their own divine energies. So we've got the masculine working hard on becoming his king, working hard in being that stable person in the 3D, in abundance of self. That can also mean financials and and parting contracts. So parting of any karmics that are going on, any divorces that are being finalized, any monies that are being separated, anything that's a complete separation. So it's two messages coming forth. So counterparts, divine masculine, divine feminine, working separately. Divine masculine also separating with whether there's a karmic partner, that there is an agreement, a divorce, a settlement, anything that's being sorted, anything that's being separated. It's almost like it's the tens. That's what they're showing me. So the end of the cycle. And that's where the masculine is clearing out, working hard, doing each leg, getting everything in order. For the divine feminine, and so even though this is the joint energies, it's they are joint, but they are separate. She is moving into calmer waters. She's gone into her Empress energy, her nurturing energy, a nurturing of herself is what I'm getting there. So she can go into calmer waters. She's come away. There's been a period of imbalance for the divine feminine in where this is going. The lockdown has brought up a lot for a lot of people, but really very much going into calmer waters. Let's just get one more for the joint energies, please. Joint energies. Yeah, coming out of the heartbreak of what has happened between the two, in letting this go, in let's just get a clarifier for that. Yeah, I just really feel that the time energetically apart is healing the wounds. It's healing the old wounds. It's allowing the masculine, yeah, Temperance, love it. It's allowing the masculine to go within, to do the work, to do the due diligence, to make sure every pentacle is in order, every layer is in order, to recognize the heartbreak, but to deal with it, to allow healing, to allow balance. You know, the Temperance is all about getting balance. 1 foot in the water, 1 foot in land. It is also a union card for me. So really, really interesting what we've got already. So let's have a look at the Divine Masculine. Let's see where the Divine Masculine's energy currently is for the week ahead. Where is the Divine Masculine's energy? Thank you. Where is the Divine Masculine's energy? Too many, but the sun flipped. It's like there feels that there's a lot of undercurrents of good things ahead. Like it's moving. It feels like it's actually moving quite quickly. Another card for the Divine Masculine, please. Another card for the Divine Masculine. Where's the Divine Masculine up for the week ahead, please? Yeah. I so wish that fell out on the table because it popped, and that's really what I'm getting. You know, the Queen of Cups is in reverse here, but I feel that is just because they are in separation at the moment. And again, with the passion and the fire, you know, the king, it's like a soft emperor energy, because the emperor can be quite sort of hard and stoic and matter of fact, where it's like the king's energies, that it's just an affirmation and a reaffirmation that, you know, the masculine is going into his king energy. He is growing confident. He is maturing. He has fire and passion about his feminine, though it's not happening at this current moment. But we've got the sun here, and this, it's really interesting because I nearly went with another deck and they pulled me to this. And, you know, this sun card, it's got the Child on the horse. It's new beginnings. It's warmth, reunion, rebirth of the family. You know, possibly children involved that could have been the issue. That's also coming up. But now I feel that is integrated, and that is not a problem anymore. There has been some conversations. So this is only going to apply to some of you because this is a general reading. You know, only take what fits. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. But the masculines, that I do feel that the big group that I'm reading for today have had a past karmic, a relationship that they are coming out. It feels like a marriage, whether that was an actual marriage on paper, but the commitment was like a marriage and there were children involved. They could have been that there were children being the issue and the block of... not wanting to upset the children, not wanting for them to see that they were moving on, onto something else, not wanting them to see that they were abandoning them, is the word that they're giving me. But there has been some shift with the divine masculine and the children or child from the past karmic, and that there is some harmony, some acceptance, that everybody has to move on, everybody wants to be happy, that everyone is happier apart. Really interesting message from the Sun card. So where is the divine masculine moving into? Let's have a look at his future energy. And it's what I'm feeling drawn is like, I'm feeling like my body is being pulled forward. So it feels that there is, this is transitioning quite quickly. That there is, whether that's an internal speed, or frustration, or it's like that there is a knowing. There's a knowing that has come about. And yeah, walking away from the past, walking away from the past pain, from the past heartache, and wanting to walk towards. So if you look, it's really interesting where these cards are placed, you know. So we've got the 8 of Cups, which is walking away, but see where he's walking to. He's walking towards his sun. He's walking towards his abundance of where he wants to go. Okay, what have we got here? We've got the 4 of Swords, we've got the Page of Cups, and we've got the Devil. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm just going to get a clarifier on the Devil. Yeah. Okay. Where's the 4 of Swords here, please? Where's the Page of Cups here, please? Where's the Page of Cups? So the Page of Cups is really giving me like the sort of a magician energy. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. This is a fascinating reading of how it's kind of coming about. So very much leaving the past, leaving that old karmic cycle of the energies that are coming through. And then we've got the 4 of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Devil. Clarifies that the 3 of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, and the Moon in reverse. So we've got a time of contemplation, a time of going within, where in the past the masculine has been busy at work, busy on the self, and even using work as a distraction, as using it as, you know, keeping busy, not having to address this, not wanting to address this, feeling the pull, but not wanting to. But with the Temperance, what they're pulling me to, you know, the Page of Cups is it's like an offer, it's like a contemplation, it's a fantasy, but also it's giving me the magician energy. It's like I can pull a fish from my cup. I can create magic is what I'm kind of getting. And what I can create is this union. This is the union that I want. I know that it's always been there, but the devil has got the better of me. The devil kept me chained because of my thoughts, because of my upbringing in actually a good way, in the fact that their beliefs are quite family orientated, not wanting to hurt, not wanting to harm, you know, wanting to make sure that everyone is okay. And that was part of the devil energy, actually thinking that he could fix everyone, that through a separation there would be no darkness, that there would be no pain. And of course there always is, because everyone has to go through their stuff. There is always healing from the darkness, and he's come to recognize that everyone has to own their own part, and everyone has to go through their own abilities to shift and come out of that. And what he was trying to do was just to fix everyone. And then now is a realization that that is just not possible. It's a really it's a lovely energy in the fact that it feels quite awake and alive and but peaceful, and it's like again, I'm getting this pulling forward, like I want to move forward. I've recognized this, I see what I've done, I've come out of it, and I want to go, I want to step forward. And how do I do this? It's great. So let's have a look at the Divine Feminine. Where is the Divine Feminine? Where is she currently at? Okay, Divine Feminine. Oop, flying out. Judgment. King of Cups. Okay. One more, please. Where's the Divine Feminine currently at? I do think this week is very much about the integration of the energies, all the light codes that came through in the 444 portal. It's like that it takes some time to settle in, and yeah, it takes some time to settle in. I'm going to take that as well. And I feel that this week is about the integration of that. It's the integration of what came through in that portal, those realizations. And if we just have a look here, we've got the King of Cups with the Queen of Cups in reverse. So the Divine Feminine is thinking about her king. The Divine Masculine is thinking about his queen. You know, we've got mirror. It's like we're on the same path. So the Divine Feminine's got the Knight of Cups, the Judgment, the King of Cups, and the World came out with it. Knowing there is a knowing that there has been a shift. There has been an awakening, a rebirth, a shift in consciousness is what they're saying, and that there is a knowing that. Their Divine Masculine is going to be stepping forward with his cup full. Look where he's heading. He's heading into the Judgment. And what's underneath it is the King of Cups. He's matured. He's gone into. I mean, look how many kings there's. A king in the joint energies, king in the masculine, a king in the feminine. For me, these are not lots of people. These are all the same person. This is the energy of. It's like I've amalgamated all these aspects of myself into my soul, into my being, through my growth, through my purging, through my tower moments. And the world is coming. The world is here. We are coming together. The feminine knows of what is coming forth. She has been holding the space, even though there's been separate, because she's been working on herself, not letting the masculine and the thoughts of the masculine take her over, being very much in her Empress energy, going within, going into calmer waters, and really coming, you know, the Temperance and the Judgment are very similar cards to me. They are all about awakening. They're about moving into sunnier times, happier times, the world. Remember, again, when I first cut the deck, we had the Magician and the Ten of Cups. You know, for me, and it's about pulling forward into the positive. This all feels really, really positive. So let's just have a look. Yeah. 4 of Wands. What I was going to say is, where is the Divine Feminine going into? Where's her? Where's the energy that she's moving into? You know, this feels very stable. Very, very loving. There's the Moon again. Okay, and the Hermit coming in with the Moon. Let's just get a clarifier on that, because again, same cards that we've got here. That one over. Okay, why is the Moon here? Okay, I've got it, but I'm going to pull a card anyhow. Why is the Moon here? Where's the Moon here for the Divine Feminine, please? Yeah, okay, cool. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands. Okay, so we've got union here. We've got a stable relationship, moving into a more stability, moving into the knowing of what the relationship brings with each counterpart. Now they've done the work, now that there is awakening. the dark side pops out, and there is something that so they're bringing me here. It's almost like something comes out of the water. There's like an old thought or an old memory or an old trigger that comes up, and it could even be around the full moon. I'm not sure where we are within the moon. Oh. Okay, something is said, something is spoken, or something has not been said. I'm getting a ton of throat chakra stuff around this card. Let me just go into it. Let me get another clarifier. Okay. What's this moon card about? What's the moon and the Nine of Wands about, please? Wow. Okay. What I'm getting is, for the group that I'm reading for today, it is actually quite specific. It's the masculine who is left an old karmic relationship and is tidying up that. What I'm getting is that what comes up on the dark side is the old karmic. And the feminine is feeling quite exhausted by this. And kind of needs to go back into the hermit. But it's good because it almost like it brings up the last little bit. Either something that has been said, or something that is said, or something that has not been said. It's very much around the throat center. It's, I feel, yeah, it's just it's all stuck in the throat. It needs to be cleared. The Nine of Wands for me lately has really been about putting up a wall. Tired, but putting up a wall. You know, these relationships are not easy. These twin flame relationships are not easy, and they do cause a lot of exhaustion, because you go to very deep levels of clearing, of growing, of looking at yourself. But there is something about the old karmic that's going to come up, which will lead you into just some time of introspection. If you have a look at this hermit card, where's the hermit here, please? He's not even looking at his light. He's looking down at the floor. You see that? So it's quite different in a lot of these decks. He's looking right down. He's not looking at the light that's shining brightly in front of him. He's looking down. He has to go within. So there is a trigger. So, you know, to be forewarned. Yeah, Five of Cups. To be forewarned is to be foretold. And what it brings up is like that Five of Cups energy. The rejection, it takes you back to sort of like a heartache. And it's like you're not noticing the two cups behind you. You're just noticing, you know, the pain, you know, everything that's happened. And just be warned of something that might come up here. That it's like, let it go in with an open heart, go in with an open mind. Don't get drawn into the trigger, don't get drawn into the illusion of this moon. It's interesting that we've got the moon upright and the devil. It feels like it's the last little bits that are coming up, like the masculine is moving through that, but there will be a trigger, or there looks like there could be a trigger for the feminine, that's just going to require some just going within, but not to get drawn into this too much. Okay, let's just have a look at the joint energies moving forward. Where are the joint energies moving forward, please? Joint energies for the divine masculine and the divine feminine moving forward. Joint energies, please. Joint energies moving forward, please. Whoa. Okay, there's the Magician. Six of Cups. Joint energies moving forward. See, cut the deck. Six of the Magician was there, and the joint energies moving forward. There's the Magician. Yeah. Just going to get a clarifier. Seven of Swords in reverse. Yeah, the Sun. Oh, wow. Okay. So the joint energies moving forward. We've got the Nine of Cups, the Magician, which is where we started the reading, and the Six of Cups. Then we've got the Ace of Cups and the Seven of Swords in reverse with the Sun as a clarifier. You know, having your wishes fulfilled. This union brings about magic. It is an eternity. You have been together in life, in past lifetimes, and you've come together in this one to work your magic, to do your soul contract, to move back into the nostalgia, the reunion, the good times that you know you had, the Sun, the family that you wanted. You know, brighter times are shining down on you. The new beginnings with the Ace of Cups, major change moving forward. There's that pulling energy again. So we could be looking at because it really feels like it's pulling forward, like it's this really like fire energy. So we're looking at Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, but not necessarily. You know, if this resonates, it resonates. And we've got the Seven of Swords in reverse, you know, leaving behind the deception of not being honest with each other. So I'm not necessarily getting the deception of a third party, because I do feel that everyone was trying to do the right thing, but the deception of not really trusting your heart, not really allowing yourself to move forward when you knew, both parties for this actually, that this is where your heart lied, because there were so many layers to this. There were so many things that needed to be seen to. It was almost a case of like wanting to do this perfectly, wanting to get all your cards in order, which is a really funny analogy that they've just given me. Yeah, wanting to get everything in order. To go in knowing that when this was picked up, that was it. It would have to be picked up and move forward. There didn't want to be a going back about when it was really stable. It was stable. So let's just get some guidance for the Divine Masculine in the week ahead. And we'll just close the reading with some guidance for the Divine Masculine. Oh, there's too many. Just one, please. Guidance for the Divine Masculine, please, moving forward. I do find that these cards are quite difficult to get to pop because of the coating. Okay. Okay, so we've got what do you need to release, the waning moon, which is really interesting, you know, that it sort of sits on the Devil. It's like those last little things of what do we need to release. And for the feminines, a personal issue reaches resolution. Such an interesting reading for the counterparts this week. I hope that you find that helpful. Have a fantastic week. It looks like it's really going to be some great shifts moving forward with a lot of heart opening and a lot of resolution. So I leave you there with so much love, so much light, and I'll speak to you again soon.